last slot options for the Lauma Aino Nefer core. Okay, yeah, so here's how we're gonna split the categories, okay? This is gonna be same as Inefa. Alright, I'll just call it premium. How much is Kuki here? Kuki with 5 sword is at around 92. Between Kuki and premium, below Kuki, but not awful, but has an upside, and then bad. And then we'll just go through all of them. So, Official Chainbreaker is between Kuki and premium. Sucrose is premium. Diona, 5 bow, is below Kuki but has an upside. We need a Kuki category as well, because Kuki is not between Kuki and premium or below Kuki. Zhongli, below Kuki but has an upside. Albedo, Spindle, it's around Kuki level. Rosaria, 5 Lance, goes in bad. Chongyun, whatever, is around Kuki. Is it close enough to Kuki? No, we'll put it here. Kinda changes how things work. Yai, between Kuki and premium. Kuki is in Kuki. Cole C6. Chain Breaker. Bad. Tiltneri. Not too far below Kuki. Dog shit. Actually, no one's gonna fucking play him in these teams. Let's be so for real. Nahida was premium, right? Nahida with Codex. Lila, below Kukiba has an upside. Yao Yao below Kukiba has an upside. Baiju below Kukiba has an upside. Oh yeah, this has got to go back to Q divided by 2. Yeah. Baiju, Lila was 80. I mean, close to Kuki without healing or noticeably below. Yeah, we can do this. I guess we can have this too. Kirara. I mean, Kirara's gonna be here. Chiori. Yeah. Albedo's quite a bit better than Chiori, huh? But is 90 enough? Because, like, it is actually a bit worse than Kuki. And he doesn't have healing. Yeah. Sorry, Albedo. You're going down here. Escoffier. Yeah. And Inefa. Yeah. Then Lens around Kuki level in terms of team DPS. Which is very funny. I'd have to adjust the stats so it's a little bit below this, but it's still like around 91. Nah, you know what? If I put Albedo down, I'll put Flynn's down too. Then, yeah. That's pretty much it, right? What is Baiju giving us? Defensive utility with the shielding. Yeah, it's actually good in this economy. I mean, it's not good. Because, like, if you're going to be playing a non-sustain option, there's no reason not to use Sucrose. But it does work for people that want to have a team where they can play Yai. The thing is, like, it is slightly better than Kuki in terms of DPS, but it's not that much better, right? Like, if we're comparing to Kuki, Fab Sword, right? We're using this as our baseline, alright? And we compare this to Fischl on Chainbreaker, 4% ahead. Yai, 3E, or did I call it 3E Yai? 3E Yai on Widsith is also about 4% ahead. But you're losing out on all of your defensive utility for 4%. With Sucrose, right? Now that's 8%. That doesn't feel as bad. That starts to get noticeable. Is Nahida the worst premium? No, all three of them are basically the same. Right? This is the difference between them. It's a 1% difference between Sucrose and Nahida. The Sucrose version requires a bit more min-maxing on the rotations, though. Otherwise, it's not as good. What if you use Farina with Inefa? Farina's very similar to Aino C1. Right. This is with Farina. What about Kokomi? Do I have Kokomi implemented? I don't think so. I think I have Barbara. I mean, Barbara and Kokomi are basically the same character in this team, right? Yeah, so 2-swap Sucrose with Barbara is at 116. Kuki with Aino C1 is at 118. If you don't have Aino C1, your best team with a healer with 4-star characters on the remaining 2 slots is actually gonna be Barbara. Is Barbara enough hydro up to generate dues? Yeah. It seems like it is, at least, from my testing. But it's kind of hard to tell, because bloom generation, like, creating blooms accelerates Barbara's hydro application, because of the way that it works. And I don't know if the Seeds of Deceit also do that. I'm not 100% certain. Do I compare Key Kuki? Sure. I know C1, yeah. Key Kuki. Kuki. The 126k. Not too far behind. Nahida C0 versus C2. We can have Nahida C2 as well, sure. Nahida C2 on Codex. Key Farina plus Nahida, that's not good, because you can't really get the key stack unless you just stare at the enemy for like 2 seconds on Farina or use her burst, but like, you want to swap out after you E on Farina. You won't proc the key. It's not worth waiting out the key proc. Nahida C2 without Lauma. Nahida C2 without Lauma, it was pretty similar if I remember correctly. But yeah, because when you have Nahida instead of Lauma on the team, right? You aren't in a situation where you have 3 Nogcry characters anymore. And so the value that Inefa loses from not having any character to proc the Ascendant Gleam thing disappears. Right? And if you have someone getting the Ascendant Gleam bonus, Inefa will be better than the alternatives. Right? So whether you're doing Farina because you don't have constellations on Aino, you forgot Lauma Burst and the Lauma C2 Nahida team. Did I? I think you're right. I think you're right, yeah. Llama C2, no. Nahida, C2. Yeah. Thank you. Because, like, as you can see, right, with Lauma, the gap between Sucrose and Inefa is basically nothing. But if you don't have Lauma and you're using Nahida instead, you don't gain value from Sucrose giving you the Ascending Gleam bonus anymore. Because you already have Nahida for it. So Nahida ends up being pretty far ahead. Sorry. Yeah, Inefa ends up being pretty far ahead. In other words, for people who don't have Lauma, you're kind of cooked if you just didn't get any Nograi characters, right? Like, this is so far behind. Like, 30%. That's so much. But if you did get Inefa, it's only 16%, right? The difference is basically halved.